Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for our 2017 BC Hockey Pee Wee Tier 4 Championship webinar. So what we're doing this morning is providing you with information to make sure you're fully prepared for the championship next weekend, hosted in Fernie. So what we're going to do today, like I said, go through the information, allow you to answer questions at the end. My name is Sean Orr. I work with BC Hockey on events in our leagues department, and I've been working with our host committees for the duration of the championships for about 6-7 months now in the planning. The host committees have done a phenomenal job in making sure everything is prepared and ready to go to deliver the best possible experience to you and to the players that are attending. So this session is being recorded, so for those that aren't able to make it or able to watch it after the fact as well, you can send this to whoever else you want within your team to make sure that they're fully prepared. During the course of the presentation here, you're welcome to answer questions. This can be done through the chat function within GoToWebinar here. They'll be queued until the end, and all questions will be answered at the end. So the first thing we want to clarify is the host package. So the host package is found on the BC Hockey website under Championships. You just want to go to Host Info. So when you get there, you want to scroll down to the Pee Wee Tier 4 and select the PDF. So the host has done a great job of putting together as much information as possible within this document to make sure that you're fully ready and prepared as before you get to Fernie and understand where it is. So this document includes information on the facility, accommodations, travel, food, what to do while you're in Fernie. So it's meant to give you a really good sense of the community, of the rank, the accommodations, and to make you feel as knowledgeable as possible heading into it. Within that package is the contact information for the host committee chair, that they're your go-to person. I'm sure you've already been in contact with them and work through them as any questions that come up that you may need answered prior to the start of the championship. So the schedule. So the Pee Wee Tier 4 Championship schedule is a 7-team event. So this is a 5-day event where you'll play in 6 round-robin games in 5 days, and the top 2 teams will go on to the gold medal game. So 6 games in about 4.5 days is quite a bit of hockey. The schedule is built based off of the inability to create pools from 7 teams. You can't really do a 4- and 3-team pool, so we do it with a round robin where everyone plays everyone to determine the top 2 teams. So what I provide on the screen here is your top left. So again, under the championship page, you select schedule and scores. It takes you to here. You can then select Pee Wee Tier 4, and then you'll see a copy of the schedule. The schedule that's on the screen is not your schedule, so don't worry there. It's just one that I pulled off for this PowerPoint. And as well, information has been loaded to the BC Hockey mobile app. So this will be the schedule again, as well as player statistics and game rosters. And so what we're going to do here is our host after each game will update the website with the score and as well as the mobile app with the game and player statistics to make sure that everyone who is not able to get to Fernie are able to stay up to date on what is happening with the championships as we move forward. Certified roster. So this is a very important item that we want to make sure that you double check before attending the event next weekend. So the roster can be found by going to the HCR, pulling up your team information, and making sure that only players that are listed as approved and team staff listed as approved are attending the event. Anyone that's listed as ineligible is not able to participate. Only players that are listed as approved. So highly recommend you go on here and you just double check to make sure everything is set. We want to make sure that you're fully up to speed on it. You've double checked it, crossed the T's, dotted the I's to make sure you're set and prepared, because this is going to be reviewed by the BC Hockey representative in the coach managers meeting that's hosted the day before the start of the championship. So you'll be asked here to go through your roster, to review it, to sign off, to make sure it's accurate and correct. So by taking this step here, it'll be a peace of mind in ensuring that you're fully up to speed and ready to go for the championships. So the equipment checklist, another very important item to do before heading to Fernie to make sure that you're set. At the bottom of the home page of our championships, you'll see the top left includes a screenshot of what it is. You'll see there's an equipment checklist link, a PDF that's going to take you to the document on the right side of the screen. This is something that we ask that you review with your parent group to make sure that the equipment that's being brought is up to standard and it meets all of our safety requirements. So what's going to happen is prior to your first game, our BC Hockey representative or officiating supervisors are going to go through the equipment with each of the players to make sure that it meets all of our safety requirements. And we ask that if there's any concerns that they're addressed beforehand. It's much easier to address those now than scrambling before the start of the game. So please review this document. Please send it to your parent group. Please make sure that they're fully aware of the expectations. And this means it'll make it a much easier and smoother transition as we move into the games on Sunday. The coach managers meeting is going to take place the day before the start of the championships. It's going to be overseen by the BC Hockey representative. There'll be the host committee chair in attendance, as well as the officiating supervisor. The representative will have an agenda to work through. Basically, it's going to provide you with all the information that you need to know around the championship. They're going to make sure everyone is up to speed and fully aware of the expectations, and make sure all questions are answered before we get into the games. The host committee chair will be there to provide any answers to questions regarding logistical info on the city, where things are. So they'll be there from a resource standpoint. The officiating supervisor will be there to confirm, just to update what the standards are, what the officials will be looking for to play. So with these games, they're 20-minute periods with the round robin. There's no overtime in the round robin. The game can end in tie. The gold medal game will be playing under Hockey Canada playing rules. So with the Hockey Canada playing rules, the overtime format is you get right into a 10-minute sudden death overtime. No one scores, a flood, then a 20-minute period, repeat until someone scores. So the officiating supervisor will provide that information to you. They'll provide the standards that they're looking at and what's being communicated to the officials. And then finally, the important documents that we want to ensure that are reviewed and signed off of by each team are the fair play codes. This is for the players, team staff, and parents. So what we're asking is everyone signs off on these, and this is to ensure that everyone's aware of the expectations of how they should be acting on and off the ice around the championships. This is a great event for everyone that's going to be there, and one where the host committee's done a fantastic job to ensure it's going to be a memorable experience for the players. And part of that is creating a positive atmosphere on and off the ice. And we want to make sure that's reinforced with everyone, that everyone is aware of what the expectations are, of how they should be acting when they're playing the game, when they're watching the game, and ensuring that it's all a positive environment for all. And by doing that, it's going to create a better and more memorable experience for those players. We totally understand that it's a highly competitive week, and we're playing for a banner on BC Hockey Championship. We want to make sure that everyone's aware of what the expectations are and how they should be acting in and around the arena. So that being said, we're at the questions period now. No one's put a question in yet. Are there any questions? You can type into the chat now if you have any. Okay, it looks like we don't have any, but if something should come to mind once you've had a chance to reflect on what we talked about here, you're welcome to email us. Our general account is championships@bchockey.net. Please submit the question there, and we'll get back to you with the answer and make sure you're all set. So again, thank you this morning for taking 15 minutes out of your morning to join us here. Like I said, we want to make sure you're fully prepared and ready to go for next weekend. And again, have a great time and wish you the best of luck on the ice.